Greetings and welcome to a story presented by DrTorment. The following narration may be a little sensitive for certain viewers and listeners. Therefore, discretion is advised, and consider that your one and only warning. Now, with that out of the way, let us proceed.
Have you ever had one of those moments where you question if what's happening to you is real? Like, not a bad dream, but something deeper, something that makes you wonder if your entire reality is just wrong. I don't tell many people this, but a few months ago something happened to me, something I still can't explain, and the more I try to figure it out, the more lost I feel. Maybe talking about it will help, but honestly, I'm not sure anymore. It started on a Friday night, late, around 1 a.m. I was driving home from a friend's place. The streets were dead quiet, and I was just listening to the hum of my engine and the occasional static from the radio. It was one of those nights where everything feels surreal, like the world is asleep and you're the only one left. I was only a few miles from home when I saw it. A car on the side of the road, hazard lights flashing. It was a dark sedan, looking pretty old, and there was a guy standing next to it, waving me down. I should have kept driving. I don't know why I didn't. I mean, it was late, middle of nowhere, and something about the way he was waving felt off. But I pulled over. The guy looked normal enough, wearing a jacket, jeans, but when I rolled down my window, he just stared at me for a second, like he wasn't expecting me to stop. "Everything okay?" I asked. He blinked, as if coming out of a trance, and nodded.
Yeah. My car broke down. Think you could give me a ride to the gas station?
Now, normally I'm cautious, but something about him made me feel like I had to help, like there was no other option. So I unlocked the door, and he got in. We didn't talk much. He didn't tell me his name, and I didn't ask. But after a few minutes, I started feeling weird, like I was being watched, but not by him, by something else. I glanced in my rearview mirror, and for a split second, I swear I saw someone in the back seat. Just a shape, barely there, but enough to make my heart race. I didn't say anything. I just kept driving. Then about 5 minutes in, the guy turns to me and says,
"I've been here before."
"What?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. He looked at me, his face completely blank.
"This exact drive, this exact moment. You picked me up before."
I laughed nervously, thinking maybe he was messing with me. "Yeah, I doubt that. Must have been someone else." He shook his head, slowly.
"No, it was you, and I'll prove it."
That's when he started describing things. Not just general stuff, but specific details. He knew what I had in my glove compartment, a receipt from a coffee shop I'd been to earlier that day. He described the air freshener hanging from my mirror, the little tear in the fabric of my passenger seat. I hadn't shown him any of that. There's no way he could have known. My stomach was in knots, and I wanted to pull over, kick him out, but something kept me driving. I felt trapped, like no matter what I did, I had to keep going. Then he said something that's still chills me to the bone.
This is the part where you try to drop me off at the gas station, but you never make it.
What the hell are you talking about? I asked, my voice shaking now. I glanced at the GPS. The gas station was only a mile away. I could see the lights up ahead. He smiled, this slow, creeping smile that made my skin crawl.
You've already done this, over and over again. Every time you try to get there, something happens, something stops you, and you end up right back where you started.
I didn't believe him. I couldn't. But when I looked at the road ahead, something changed. The gas station lights flickered, and then they were gone. The road stretched out endlessly in front of me. No buildings, no signs, just darkness. Like the world had shifted, and I was the only one who noticed. I don't understand, I muttered, gripping the steering wheel so hard my knuckles turned white.
You're stuck,
he said softly.
You've been stuck for a long time. You just don't remember.
I slammed on the brakes, heart pounding, and turned to face him. But he wasn't there. The passenger seat was empty. I stared, my breath coming in shallow gasps. How the hell could he have just disappeared? I looked around, frantically searching for any sign of him, but then I noticed something even worse. The road outside my window. I recognized it, but not from earlier in the night, from last week, last month. It was the same stretch of road I'd been driving on every Friday for the past few months, on my way home from my friend's place. Always late at night, always alone. I slammed the gas pedal, trying to get back to the city, to any sign of life. But the road just kept stretching on endlessly. I felt like I was driving for hours, but nothing changed. It was as if the world outside the car didn't exist anymore, just an infinite loop of the same road, the same dark horizon. And then my phone buzzed. I fumbled for it, nearly dropping it in my panic. There was a new message from an unknown number. It said,
"Welcome back."
That's when I knew. I'd been here before, just like he said, and I'll be here again. So now I'm telling you, whoever's listening to this, if you ever find yourself driving late at night and you see someone stranded on the side of the road, don't stop. Keep going. No matter what you feel, no matter how much you think they need help, don't stop. Because once you do, you're never getting out.
rather curious case, this one. Fascinating in its restraint. No tentacled god, no sudden slaughter, no bloodied altar or gnashing teeth. No. This one is more refined. It whispers instead of screams. It offers assistance, asks for none, and in doing so, traps its prey not in a cage but in a cycle, one paved in repetition, amnesia, and a cruel warmth of familiarity. What we are seeing here is not possession, nor even deception in the traditional sense. It is reduction, the will shaved down across countless reiterations until only the act remains. Driving, arriving, forgetting, repeating. The other, the passenger, or perhaps the puppeteer, is not malicious. That would imply conflict. No, it is worse. It's indifferent. He is not hunted, merely harvested, groomed into a tool, repurposed infinitely under the illusion of agency. Therein lies the dread. Not in violence or fear, but in the erosion of self, beneath a ritual so gentle, so seamless, it becomes indistinguishable from choice. It's elegant, economical, one might even say. A closed system fed by the belief that it must be new this time. And that belief, my dearest patients and friends, is the leash. Now here's a system I can most certainly utilize in some undesired parts of my asylum.